Okay, so the question: discuss the concept of half-life and context-sensitive half-life using fentanyl and remifentanil as examples. So how do we structure this question? We first define what half-life is, and then on one page, and then on the other page you talk about context-sensitive half-life, and you also do the same thing, you define it. Give an equation, and if you can give an equation, obviously you can't give an equation with context-sensitive half-life. What are the determinants, what are the significance, and what are the limitations? And then you compare fentanyl and alfentanil. So what is half-life? Half-life is the time for the plasma concentration to fall by 50% during elimination in a first-order kinetics, usually describing a one-compartment model. T half is ln 2 over K, which equals ln 2 over clearance times Vd. K is elimination constant. In a multi-compartment model, you have, especially in a three-compartment model, you have T half alpha, which is the distribution half-life, and that's V1 to V2. Then you have T half beta, which is the elimination half-life, which is V2 is going back to V1, V1 is going to V3, and you also have V1 elimination. T half beta is the terminal elimination half-life. Sorry, T half gamma, which is V3 back to V1. V2 is going to back to V1, which it might not actually because it's already equilibrated, and V1 elimination. So the significance, what's the importance of half-life? It predicts the duration of the effect after a single bolus. It predicts times to steady state, which is 3 to 5 half-life, and it guides dosing frequency. What are the determinants? You go through the equation. Increase VD, increase the half-life. Increase clearance, decrease half-life, or whatever. And then it's a fixed number. Then you talk about the limitations. So it's a poor predictor for drugs that redistribute widely and doesn't reflect active metabolites. And the other thing also, it doesn't talk about, it doesn't affect the duration. So I've just added there, doesn't affect the duration of the infusion. Then you have context sensitive time half-life. Half-time, not half-life is different, right? The time taken for the CP to reduce by 50 when infusion is ceased in the context of the duration of the infusion. Most relevant for multi-compartment models. Short infusion approaches T half-life, long infusion approaches T half beta. What is the significance? It's much better than T half alpha. Add indication of an infusion explains why some drugs with similar T half have different context sensitive half-life. For example, thiopentane and Propofol. T half of thiopentane is 1.5 and 2 minutes, but context sensitive after 3 hours is 85 minutes and 10 minutes. It's the same with fentanyl. It's also, so it explains why some drugs with similar T half alpha have different context sensitive alpha. A limitation still doesn't include active metabolism, does not include clinical wake up time. 80 to 90% decrement times are more relevant for that. Then what are the determinants? So obviously the infusion duration, again VD, so higher lipid solubility, increased VD saturate compartments. Fentanyl is high lipid soluble, increased clearance, rapid metabolism. Example, remifentanil. Those are the determinants, and then you compare fentanyl and remifentanil. The VD, 3 liters, 0.3. Clearance, by the way, the VD for all the opioids are pretty much 3 except Remi. And there was another one, alfentanil, I believe. Clearance is 13 and 70, so there's a high clearance. T half-life is 1.5 and 1 minute. Context sensitive at 4 hours is 4.5 and 4 minutes. So that shows that that's why there's a difference, right, between these two. And then you draw the diagram. Less than 2, greatly reduced. Greater than 2, dramatically different due to the compartment equilibrating. So you have 2 here, it's about 50 minutes. 4 is about 4.5 hours, and REM is always about 4 minutes. Wait, REM is what? So just to clarify something, the reason why half-life is not a good predictor is because if you have something that has large VD, it goes to different compartments, and the half-life doesn't explain that.